Hello everybody, Buddy with Midland, Texas. This morning I posted a video on my TikTok. We're looking at it right here. And it was made by my realtor when I listed my home for sale in 2011. I've got a story over here that I'm going to read to you and while I play this right here. Okay. Listed home for sale 2 months before murder attempt but had no bidders. The ex-wife had stuck her finger in my chest and says, "Here's what you're going to do. You're going to pay for me an apartment. I'm going to tell everybody that you're crazy." This was before we were married, and she had witnessed the crimes here. Burglar alarms in the attic had gone off many times. Her youngest daughter had witnessed them too. One day I came home, and her daughter told us that she got a pair of scissors out because she heard somebody in the attic, and she was scared. They were terrorizing her own daughter. Anyway, I said, "Here's what I'm going to do. I'm selling this house, and this is over." I wasn't going to pay for her an apartment since I hadn't known her that long and she made good money as a nurse. I contacted Jean Pruitt, who is my realtor that found me this home, and I listed it for sale at market value. That's when this video got made. I had no bidders, okay, and it stayed on the market for 3 months, and I delisted it just 2 months before I was shot with my phone lines cut. This told me they wanted my home, but they didn't want to buy it. They planned on getting it for free when my murder was ruled an accident by Detective Rosie Rodriguez. Come to find out, Rosie was the ex-wife's lifelong friend. They went to elementary school together. By the time my home came off the market, we got back together, but before that happened, we made a recording where she admitted to witnessing the crimes here, and she admitted to trying to extort money from me over them. I estimated that it was going to cost me around $1,800 a month. She blamed her wealthy friend from Nebraska and said that Greg told her to try and extort money from me. I posted this admission video in the public and provided it to law enforcement, who did nothing. It's called Follow the Money, and it's on my YouTube channel right now. Admission to a felony extortion. I was shot 5 days after filing for divorce, but it wasn't final. So she would still get my special home that has a secret underground home in the backyard if her friend, Detective Rosie Rodriguez, would rule my murder an accident, as she obviously would have. She ruled this failed murder an accident. 2 years after this premeditated murder attempt, the ex-wife in the DA's office filed a protective order on me, even though I hadn't seen or talked to her in a year and a half, and she lived over 100 miles away in Lubbock. While under oath, the ex-wife and Rosie Rodriguez both testified that I was delusional because I believed there were people in the attic, which there were. This aggravated felony perjury resulted in me getting a lifetime protective order and took away my right to own guns for life. This happened after I was crippled for life after surviving a premeditated murder attempt and still had criminals breaking into my home. Recently, they released some kind of poison gas here within the last week. I cashed out my 401k and appealed it, but it didn't help. My attorney told me a few weeks ago that lifetime protective orders are not legal and I could get that dropped. Maybe I should have let her have the extortion money, and I wondered if Rosie Rodriguez had planned on getting some of that money for her help in this organized crime and racketeering. I refused to pay, and she had carried out her threat and called me crazy along with her dirty cop friend. I've now been called crazy hundreds of times when I'm a crippled and innocent victim that has done nothing but tell the truth. These crimes are crazy, though. I'm going to let you listen to that recording we made that I talked about. Okay, here it is. Sadly, this was not heard at the protective order hearing. But, where she's calling me crazy. I want you to listen to her. We recorded the free will recording. Wasn't even secret. You're the one that's going to make money off of it. See, I can never figure out why. Why would this all happen? And then all of a sudden, wow, who the hell is going to follow the cash? Follow the cash. Who's going to make money off this? Off this house being broken in? And how in the world can you know and say that somebody's coming across the attic and breaking in the house and turn around and go, "Here's what you're going to do. You're going to pay me $1,800 or $1,200 a month, or I'm going to lie about everything that I've seen and tell everybody you're crazy." You're the only one that was going to make money off the house. Does that tie you back into the people breaking in the house? No. Conspiracy?
Absolutely not.
Huh?
Absolutely not. In your mind, yes. Obviously it does. In your mind, obviously it does.
You know, I stand for the outside.
No, it's absolutely not true.
I stand for
the truth of the matter is that's what Greg suggested.
It's a crime opportunity. How's that? Okay, right? Because it was available. Okay?
Whatever.
Maybe you're not involved. It was just crime opportunity.
See, the truth is that's what Greg suggested. So she didn't deny it. She admitted to felony extortion. And if not, she's going to call me crazy 2 years later after I'm crippled for life without a job and my name smeared. She goes into court, testifies with her dirty cop friend, Rosie Rodriguez, that I'm delusional, that I'm crazy. And that was the extortion threat. Buddy Webb, Midland, Texas.